Hello children, we will make a Ganesha using different types of black ink pens today. We start off with a half of A4 size paper, half of A4 size, and we divide it into several blocks, in total 16 blocks, and mark the middle of this and the middle of this and draw one oval. Next to this, on the left side, we will draw a C shape touching the oval, a C shape touching the oval, and a kind of a D shape touching the oval. So it looks like DOD. Next, from here up to the central line, central horizontal line, we'll make a funnel shape and continue making a trunk which turns to the right side. So I do a lot of doodling and make the head and ears of the Ganesha. Now, starting from this point, I make a curved line which comes back starting from this sixth block, entering the fifth block, the ninth block, and then coming back to the 10th block. The same way from this side, an equal and opposite curved line which passes through 8, 12 and comes into the 11, and then these two join to make the torso or the chest and the belly of the Lord. Now, somewhere in this block number 10, I make a sizable oval. And in block number 11 and touching the 12, I make a kind of a cup shape and then add the fingers holding the characteristic modaka or the sweet. I add the details of the fingers to this oval shape which forms the palm which offers the blessings, and I add a few lines to make it look like the arms or the biceps. I add a tusk and one broken tusk to the face, and right in the middle here I draw two comma shapes. Which will form the eyes. Take a little change. Make two comma shapes or solid 6 shapes, and they will form the eyes. Join these two lines this point and this line, this point and this line, and add one more bell shape on top, which will form the crown. Now, in this block number 15, add one oval shape followed by a curved line which connects through this intersection to the belly. Then continue adding a line which passes into the block number 14 and ends at this level where the earlier line has ended. And here I make one more oval which is rather foot shape. Make it rather foot shape. Now below this, below the line of the belly, at some distance, draw one more line which is parallel to the curved line, and one more line which is a little more away from the first curved line, so that this line is parallel to this and is parallel to this. Then I draw one more line here, one more line here, and I draw one more line parallel to the earlier curved line, and one more line parallel to the earlier curved line. So in this way I have drawn the skeletal structure of the Ganesha standing on one foot. The Ganesha's vehicle, namely the mouse, will also be a matching one, matching to his master, using the same oval and a D shape. So in this manner, I complete the drawing of the Ganesha. Now this skeletal structure has to be slightly refined by eliminating certain lines and modifying certain lines. So I make the flaps of the ears a little more prominent by removing certain lines and modifying certain lines. So the flaps become a little more prominent. I knock off the inner pencil lines inside the trunk, from the belly, the inner lines which are vertical and horizontal made as dividers, and I rub out all unwanted lines outside the Ganesha. So having rubbed off all the unwanted lines and making necessary changes, I start off with the black sketch pen. The black sketch pen must be a fresh one from which ink flows readily, rather than an old used pen which will not serve you properly. So I start giving the outlines up on top of the pencil lines using the sketch pen slowly, continuously, and only once each time. Children, never be in a hurry to use the sketch pen. The sketch pen must be used slowly, exactly over the lines, continuously, and only once each time. So in this manner, I continue and complete the entire Ganesha. At the end of your sketch pen outlines, your Ganesha, children, must look printed. It should be that beautiful. That is the reason why we should not make haste while doing our sketch pen outlines. Pen drawings ought to be very neat and carefully done. So in this way, we complete the use of sketch pen for the skeletal outline of the Ganesha. Now, we make use of the gel pen. The black ink gel pen is a pen with a point and releases sharp lines. For this purpose, we begin from the top, again slowly and continuously, using the gel pen to make a kind of a frill or a border, followed by the sketch pen to make a line which connects this point to the edge. Then another one similar, and then one from here curving upwards each time till you reach the top, where you make a kind of a V shape and you add a circle with a little crescent inside it. We can also add that crescent here so as to show the top. Then I make use of the sketch pen itself and fill up this portion on the other side, leave this white band, fill up the next, correspondingly the one on the opposite side, then one here and one here. Then carefully, with the help of the gel pen, I make the characteristic tilak or the forehead mark, starting off with a W. There are different shapes and sizes of the tilak. We will choose the one which resembles a W, that is called the bhala or the spear. The spear shaped, well pointed one with a sharpenel in the center. So this is the characteristic tilak which I have made, and then with the gel pen, I add a few wrinkles over the trunk. Then I make use of the sketch pen and add a broad collar over the shoulders. And just one more line parallel to the earlier curved line. With the help of the gel pen, I will add a few circles and this is how you can make a very creative design on the Ganesha. We will try and fill up the insides or the places between two adjacent circles with the help of the gel pen. Continue and complete this. And next, make two bands on the biceps. Then using the gel pen, I draw some diagonal lines all over. At equal distance as much as possible. And after these are done, I go in the opposite way and complete the design. Now a little lower, I'll make a U shape with the help of the gel pen. Next to it, another U shape. Attached to it, yet another U shape. And yet another U shape. And continue till the far end. Repeat on the left side. And then start adding slowly and carefully more U shapes within each U shape till you can accommodate as many as possible comfortably. This way. Mind you, don't cram them up. Draw carefully one U shape inside another with the pointed gel pen till you accommodate as many of them as possible in a comfortable way. And then fill up with the black ink the innermost U shape so as to make it look like beads. Add some circles between two successive U shapes at the base and fill up each area carefully in between the two adjacent U shapes. So in this way we can create a very interesting design for the apparel he wears on the lower part. Take your time, do not be in a hurry, and fill up every area as carefully and completely as possible. Now here again I can make use of circles, between two lines, complete all the circles and carefully fill up all gaps which are left between two successive circles. You may add a couple of lines parallel to each other. Add some more design, some angular design. And then with the help of the gel pen, carefully fill up the leftover area without making haste. So in this way we complete his apparel. Now for the matching mouse, I make use of the gel pen itself and just draw a few lines so as to make it look similar to the Lord Ganesha. I can also add the characteristic white, of course here shown with the black, the characteristic thread, religious thread called the Janeu. And this is how I can complete my Ganesha with the use only of the gel pen, the sketch pen and the brush pen. So these are the 3 tips which I have used, 3 points of black ink, which gives me a very beautiful creative work of art. Thank you very much, children.